sun goes down, you're gonna find me just hanging round. This nightlife, it ain't no good life, but it's my life.
Hello to all of our BPTV fans, Facebook fans, and YouTube fans, and also our new fans. I'm Alan Levine, the Talking Machine. We're doing another one of our by request shows with my co-producer and co-host, Jessica Lee. What is our great theme today?
Well, today we are going to be looking at life through the eyes of children, and we have a very special featured guest that you'll meet right after the first song that we play for you that was requested. So, Through the Eyes of Children, the first song is called One with the Skies. The subtitle is Song for Claire. It was inspired by a little girl who fought brain cancer valiantly, and it's from the perspective of a child saying, this is what I wish all the adults would do in this world. This is how I wish we would live, connected, together. And it talks about the strength of children and the eternal nature of our souls. So by request, I'm featuring the great Eric DeFade on saxophone on this. Here's One with the Skies, Song for Claire, as children see our world.
She sleeps with the grace of an angel, quiet, serene, and pure. She dreams of a place deep inside us, where conflict reigns no more. She is soft, she is strong, she is here, she is one with the skies. She is joy, she is bliss, watch her fly. She is joy, she is bliss, watch her fly. She is joy, she is bliss, opens her eyes, one with the sky. Her dawn, it is slowly coming. She wakens with soft sighs. Her gift is to look deep inside us and to sing of a new sunrise. She is soft, she is strong, she is here, she is one with the sky. She pleads with us to see our lives, they are one connected. She asks, please live my dream. She is soft, she is strong, she is here. She is one with the sky. She is joy, she is awe, watch her fly. She is joy, she is awe, watch her fly. She is joy, she is awe, she's one with the skies. She will open her eyes.
Hey everybody, we're here at the DePaul School for Hearing and Speech, and I'd like you to meet two very special people. They're going to briefly introduce themselves to you. Joe.
Thanks, Jess. My name's Joe Sipley, and I'm a board member here. Second term on my board. Started here when I found out about DePaul at a community event, the Walk for Community through Highmark, and my grandson Max, at the time, who was born with some challenges, was going down a sign language path, which was great. But I found out about DePaul at their booth, brought the information back home to mom and dad, my son and daughter-in-law, and they did such a great job. Max got enrolled, and they did such a great job, and I am on the board.
So he has firsthand experience of the wonderful work that DePaul does. Let's pass that mic to Ruth. Ruth, if you'd introduce yourself.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, my name's Dr. Ruth Auld, and I'm the Executive Director at DePaul School for Hearing and Speech. And I really feel privileged to be working at a place that does this amazing work for young children.
DePaul is how many years old?
We are 115 years old this year.
And he didn't know. He had a grandchild with a need to learn to speak, right?
Right.
Listen and speak. And here's DePaul. It's over 100 years old. And many of us in the region, the Pittsburgh region, don't know their mission and the great work that they've been doing and the great demand for their work. So take us to the past. Tell us a little of the startup and the mission. What is the mission?
DePaul School began at the work of the Sisters of Charity of Seton Hill, who saw these children who were basically disenfranchised from the public because they can't talk and they can't hear. Well, you know, the sisters used some methodology to get them to feel vibrations and to begin to use their vocal cords, even though there wasn't the apparatus that we have today. So that process, that methodology that they used has always been the same. Now, as hearing aids came available and then cochlear implants, that revolutionized the work that we are doing, because from the inception, there's nothing wrong with the vocal cords. And people were taught 115 years ago how to vocalize and how to be able to communicate. And then along comes the invention of the cochlear implant, and the hearing aids are now Bluetooth. So we've really seen a revolution in hearing technology over these 115 years. And then if you throw into that mix the IDEA, the Individuals with Disability Education Act in 1975, and in the same year happened to be the ADA, the Americans with Disability Act. That changed what we were able to do, and it was a few years of some challenges because we were over in Mount Lebanon on a campus that was 12 acres with 6 beautiful buildings, but they were not ADA compliant. And when the school districts became responsible for having to pay for their children to attend our program, as you can imagine, enrollment dwindled because this is costing the district now. So we were at a juxtaposition where we had to figure out what would be our next chapter. So we circled the wagons and we talked about a number of different things, one of them being that we became recognized as an approved private school. That is approved for state funding and a private license. We're not an entity that can charge taxes. So we are an approved private school. We relocated over here in 2002. It took that long to make all those decisions align and find a space that was appropriate. So we are in this building now for 22 years.
And tell everybody what neighborhood we're in.
We are on the border of East Liberty and Shadyside,
That's right.
which is a great location for us. There is a lot of accessibility. We're on a bus line. A lot of access to city events that we are a part of right here in this community. It's really been a great transition for us. We have been here long enough that we're swelling the crowd now. We actually have almost too many students for the size of our building.
And tell everybody the age range of your children.
We start with babies. When children are 18 months of age, they are beginning to learn how to talk. And that's when our center-based program begins for babies, where they can follow simple directions, they can sit down, they can learn to make sense of the cochlear implant that they are wearing. And it begins with what I call a habilitation process, where you're training your brain how to recognize sound. And we start with things like an airplane says, shh, a helicopter says, get those basic sounds for children to recognize and imitate that. And then we move into I need, I want, I can. And they're mimicking that in a group. And so there's a lot of interaction within that small group that helps them to support that language development. We are basically, that part of the program is language acquisition. Then they move up into a 3 to 5-year-old preschool program that is really highly structured. I like to call our teachers brain scientists, because they actually can know the science behind what it takes for your brain to begin to habilitate and take that device that's on your head and make it functional. I like to mirror that to the habilitation process that you do if you lost a leg. You have to learn to balance, you have to learn to shift your weight, you have to do a number of things before you can just start walking down the street organically. So it's that similar kind of a process. We have to orient your brain to make sense of that noise that's coming in and make sound of it and make it meaningful to you. So then the 3 to 5-year-old group that's probably our largest program. It's certainly our largest program this year. And then we are one of the only programs in the country that goes above 5-year-old educational programming. Our program is open to children who are up through 15 years of age. And we have families that relocate here from all over the country. This year we've got 3 from California. We've got a couple from Texas. We've got one who is just arriving right now from Arkansas. We've got them from Michigan and New York and New Jersey and Florida. And you just look at your map, and we've probably got students who have come from there. But it's pretty exciting. If you have a child who is over the age of 8, we are your absolute best shot, because we can work with them for 2.5, 3, 4, 5 years, and they can be in this intensive program and learn how to listen and learn how to talk, and then they mainstream into the public school where they go on and pursue their own independent life.
Yeah, and I will say, before we talk about the future and what's to come here, I have a personal story. I have some relatives, they were very young relatives at the time, who went to DePaul, and they had cochlear implants, and I was singing at a jazz club at the time, and the 2 little ones came in for the first time wearing their cochlear implants to hear live music. And they sat on the floor, the dance floor of the jazz club, and listened to live music for the first time, and everybody was crying. Their eyes were wide, they were dancing, and it was just fantastic. So the work here is amazing, and I've also been amazed by how polite the students are. When I had the chance to tour, and we're going to do that in a minute, I was shocked by the please, the thank yous, the nice questions they ask about you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And I said, wow, I think I might have something to learn from the manners side of DePaul. So we're going to take a tour. Before we do, Ruth, tell us a little bit about how people can support your future needs, become friends of DePaul. Tell us a little bit about that. How can they
I'd
support
be happy
you?
to.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we plan for our future, and that always includes planning for obtaining the money to get us there. And so this is such an impactful project for the lives of these children. You know, we need to, when we've got more children coming now, and we don't know, is that from COVID? Is that from just an awareness? We'll never be certain where that came from. However, we know that the need is great, and we anticipate that we're going to continue to grow. We would welcome anybody who is interested to come and find out more about us. Look us up and come for a tour. We'd be happy to share with you what we're doing. Our teachers are incredibly talented at working with those children's brains and getting them talking. And it isn't just the speaking, then they move right into the reading and the writing and the, you know, the wholeness of an academic program. And that's an important part because they're interfacing from coming here with no language to move right into a public school that will have 30 children in the classroom.
Yeah, so the
So-
mission is awesome because you're teaching them to listen, to speak beautifully with great manners. The screens don't teach us that, so this is great.
Right.
And then to get right back into school and participate as
Pursue
quickly as
whatever
possible.
it is that they want to do with their lives.
Yeah. So are you ready to tour?
I am ready to
We're
tour. Are you
gonna
ready to see it?
See some children?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go see
Let's
if we
take a
can
walk.
take a walk.
So we are now in Miss Margaret's science-based classroom. She has all kinds of exciting scientific things happening in this classroom and a food drive happening behind us on the floor. Miss Margaret, can you say hello?
Hello.
She's doing a private math lesson with Oliver over here, but these ladies over here are doing a math activity. Girls, can you say hi to my friend?
Hello.
Thank you. They really are into math in this room today. Hi, Oliver. Who do you have with you today?
I have Peppa and Taffy, the black one.
How old is Peppa?
Little things. How old is Peppa? So we're working on the ending app, AP, and we are trying to come up with words that rhyme with the ending app. So I gave them the word nap, and everyone came up with their own word to rhyme with nap, but now we're working on spelling it. Do you want to tell them who you are? What's your name?
Hunter,
Hunter. What word did you write?
map,
Map. Does map rhyme with nap?
yeah,
Yeah, it does. What's your name?
Savannah,
Tavana. Do you know what word you wrote? What word is it?
top,
Tap. Does tap rhyme with nap? Why?
because it's an M word
They end the same.
with the M then.
Good job. What's your name?
Vera,
Vera. What word did you write?
let,
App. Lap.
lap,
Does lap rhyme with nap?
yes.
It does. You're right. Good job, guys.
So I like to say that we are giving children experiences that allow them to build their language. Our programs, whether they are with the babies, we're going to go in here in a minute and look at the 3-year-olds or the upper level program. Our program is all about language acquisition. So we do a lot of experiential opportunities for children, and then they talk about what they just did, and therein now we're building their vocabulary and we're giving them a broader scope of what language does for us. So right now we're going to go in and watch a circle of drums. And these are 3-year-olds and they're experiencing rhythm. The unique thing about drums is that they can feel that vibration as well as hear it. And so that experience allows them to integrate more than one sense, and that's a really key part to their learning process, is to take a multisensory approach to learning. So we're going to see them follow the teacher's directions, which is a challenge for a 3-year-old because they don't know the words that the teacher is saying. So the whole thing is a learning experience for them. And then you're going to see them respond to her directions, and hopefully we see some good drumming happening in there.
We are going to use a drum. You guys ready to sing with a drum? I have a big drum. Look at that. Is that loud? I hear it too, that's loud. Do you want a drum? Yeah, listen, we're gonna have waiting hands. Show me your waiting hands right there. Oh, Ben is waiting so nicely. Don't touch. Waiting hands. Wait right there. Tana's waiting so nicely. Good girl. Thank you. Kurt is waiting. And who else wants a drum? Elena wants a drum. There's one for Elena. And Prerna. Can move it closer to her. And Leo. And Jen. Miss Amanda. Okay. Listen, we're gonna do 1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna use our hands. We'll say 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice job. Okay, stop. Hands up. Stop. Now we're gonna play soft with our fingers. We're gonna do it softly. Just your fingers. Just your fingers. Soft, soft, soft. Good listening. Nice job. Yep, stop. Now we're gonna do it loudly. Stop. Good job.
I'm still amazed. I hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to close this show out. I want to first thank all of you for watching. Appreciate all your great feedback. Please send your buy requests, because we will honor them in our following shows. Jess, take it away.
The last song request that we're honoring is called Whispering. This is a song that I wrote about a spark of hope. We should all be a spark of hope in this world for each other, and we know DePaul School for Hearing and Speech, Ruth, everybody in there, they're sparks of hope for all these children. The children are out there speaking and singing, and they're sparks of hope for all of us. So this song called Whispering is about hope. We hope you enjoy it, and thank you for continuing to send your song requests. Thanks to BPTV, Dave Cable, Al Levine, the Talking Machine.
Help me to love others more than myself. Help me to see what I cannot now see. Help me to listen and hear your voice. Help me to be what I'm meant to be. I will try to see light through your eyes. I will try to see time passing by. I will try to feel worn out and afraid and alone. I will try to hear you whispering. In the morning, joy comes in the morning. In the morning, joy comes in the morning. In the morning, joy comes in the morning. In the morning, joy, hold on. Help me to give wanting only to serve. Help me to think of your every need. Help me to know that we're one and the same. All of us connected by the breeze. I will try to see light through your eyes. I will try joy comes in the morning. In the morning, joy comes in the morning. In the morning, joy comes in the morning. In the morning, joy, hold on. Help me to realize that you are right here. Help me to know that you never will hide. Help me to have strength to ask you out